Yeah, because I felt that he had seen it or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I was kind of like preparing myself before I looked at the phone. Like, I try not to do that though, but it's like, I just couldn't fight it. I was like, I don't know. It wasn't in the same way as like a trauma bond pulling, like, I don't know. But it's like, I'm psychic. I knew. Like, you can't hide that from me. Like, I just know. And if I don't know, I'll figure it out, I'll find out eventually. Because I don't know, like, because I guess being alone helps you have a lot more clarity because you have more silence, or you can. So, like, I don't know. I just don't know. I saw, like, when I read it, I was just like, I kind of was prepared to see, I don't know, I was preparing myself for the worst type thing, almost. And then I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I get it. Whatever. We're just best friends. Like people, like friends don't always have to tell each other everything. It's just. Then I was like, it doesn't bother me, whatever. I also forgot to cleanse my house after my daughter and her dad left, which I should have done before I tried to go to sleep. Because then I had some fucked up dreams. Like one of them also, it was just like weird, like a lot of weird, like weird darkness. Like, did this thing come off? No. It was just weird. At one point, it was like I was being tricked to go outside or something, and I was gonna get shot. But then there was like a trick played on me, and it was like, oh, I'm just kidding. It was weird. And so I woke up, I'm like, I don't like these dreams. I'm gonna cleanse before I go back to sleep, and I just stayed awake. Well, in the dream, I was like, but because like last night after that, I was like, I don't even, not the dream, but I was like, after the finding that out, I was like, okay, so I guess I'm fine with it. Like, it's not bothering me that much. Like, there's a part of me that's always like, are you sure it's not bothering you? Because, it kind of does. But I'm like, are you silencing yourself for somebody else's benefit and peace? Or are you really, truly unbothered? And it's like, after lot, like a lifetime of lifetimes of narcissistic abuse, it's really hard to just sit there and dissect all that, and it's hard to get to the point where you can be like, I can admit to myself, this is irritating to me, and I'm not okay with it. But there is always a part of me, if I do deny that, that part of me will be like, we're not denying this shit. I'm gonna tell you, and then it'll show up in your dreams. Like in my dreams, randomly she just rode by on her bike, and it was weird because she was also like, there was another aspect of her trying to keep up, which goes hand in hand with the dream that I told my friend yesterday, so I'm not really that surprised by that, but it was just like, oh, you really are bothered by it. Also in my dream, something about my best friend knowing one of my twins tapping in, or like that he's always tapped in my energy. It's like, you're always tapped into my energy though, for the most part. But I'm just really rambling, I guess. My friend also was like, the one I video chatted yesterday, was like, we got a Discord. I got a Discord. Maybe I'll try it out. I did download it, so I'll have to see what that's about. But I do better making videos like this as opposed to talking to somebody, like just somebody, open up to somebody about it, because people will say do the unsolicited advice and stuff through a one-on-one thing, and then like not, they don't do it on my videos. So I'm like, I don't know if people just don't, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people just don't care, that they're just like really nonchalant. But yes, we're all also struggling with our own stuff. But and it gives me a little freaked out when somebody's like shows too like they're super caring at first, like, because that's what narcissists do. They act like they care like so much at first, and then it's the love bombing. I mean, I've been love bombed so much. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, I have to process this. But my friend, when I was processing it too, my friend was also like, they were always so respectful. So that never happened in love bombing. People who love bomb don't respect. They will find ways to subtly disrespect you just to see how you react and all that shit, you know. And my friend was never like that. So I was like, there you go. That's also really how you know. That person is big on like consent. So the only other person I know like that's like super like that is my twin. Like, well, yeah, that they're very similar. My best friend's getting to that point. Like, he's done like healing and stuff. Oh, in fact, when he had to replace a part on his car because the stupid thing he drives a lot for delivering, but something went wrong and there was a part that he needed, and like he tried to replace it and it didn't go over well, and it made it worse. Like something else snapped, so now he can't drive his car. So he's borrowing his like youngest brother's car, I think. So at least there's that. At least he still has that, but still, I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know, honestly. I'm just rambling at this point, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Oh, he thought I was going to be mad at him that he broke the car, because in past relationships that happened. And at first I was like, oh, did I? Like, I know I used to be reactive, because that's what happens when you get abused for so long and been in a lot of abusive relationships, and you can still be reactive in healthy ones at first until you do the work. And if you don't do the work, it's just gonna keep getting worse, because you're like, oh, I can take my shit out and abuse this person who doesn't deserve it and is gonna let me abuse them because blah blah blah. And that's literally why the cycle of abuse continues. So I fought like fucking hell to break that cycle of abuse. So like, so I was like, wait, is it because of in the past of my reactivity? And he's like, oh no, no, it's from past relationships. So I was like, oh, okay, because I was like, I haven't yelled at you in a long time, right? Like, I was like, I wasn't really getting triggered, but I was more like, I still feel bad for the reactivity towards him, because, well, we both were coming out of fucking toxic relationships and abusive relationships, so it was like we would both trigger each other too. So we're better about not doing that, but it's a weird place to be when you're used to always being reactive to now you just process shit and then respond. And I'm like, so am I denying shit, or am I actually processing it properly? So it's just a place that I'm still getting used to. So I don't know, like, no, I don't think as a friend you should be like, whoa, you can't talk to this person. But like, if you bring up your concerns and the person already knows what you've been through with like that friend or ex-friend, and well, mostly their ex-best friend or whatever, and you know how spirituality and black magic and shit works, and why wouldn't you respect somebody who you supposedly is like your favorite person or whatever, your best friend in the world? Why wouldn't you be like, yeah, I'll cut this person off if it's bothering you that much? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. I just want you to validate my emotions. I want you to be like, okay, I see you, I hear you. And like, instead of just being like, no, I'm gonna just do this.